The out of Africa theory is not something that you debunk. I know that a lot of people in the last 4 or 5 years who've decided they want to disassociate themselves from African lineages, that they've been really pushing the narrative of Africans, ancient Africans that came out of Africa and populated the world. One of the confusing things about this theory is that a lot of people can only take history so far back, and so what they're trying to fight is, oh, there's already Indians. There were already Australians, indigenous Australians, and there was always the Americas, the people from the Americas. Okay, the out of Africa theory is simply that ancient Africans who came out of Africa. I'm going to show you a video of the out of Africa theory. The out of Africa theory is literally a route. Okay, it's not going to change because you don't want to be associated with Africa. It is a route of what is looked at and of how Africans could have left Africa and populated the world. However, the other important thing is that there are little things in different places that that are similar to Africa, that are completely out of Africa, right? And so these are the things that make us understand that ancient Africans literally walked out of Africa to populate the world. What if you could walk from South Africa to the USA? It sounds impossible, right? But you can actually walk from Cape Town to New York. You start in Cape Town, South Africa, and walk north through Namibia. Countries, you keep walking until you reach Egypt, where Africa ends. Then you get into Israel and Palestine and Lebanon and Syria. After that, you cross Turkey and Georgia. Now comes along this part, Russia. You walk through Siberia, one of the coldest places on earth, but you keep going north. You reach the small water gap between Russia and Alaska. In winter, it freezes into ice cubes and you can walk through it. From there, you walk through Canada and enter the USA. Then you move south into Montana, South Dakota. After a few more states, you cross Pennsylvania and arrive in New York City. But that's just an example of this long route. So let's look at this map again. Now we covered everything that's on my left, right? It doesn't make it that complicated or complex to cover things on my right. When it comes to the indigenous people of Australia, nobody questions how they left Africa and got to Australia, okay? So we'll reserve that for Africans too. Africans can leave and do boats and find land and get to other places. So with the Africa theory, that is just an example of one route. Of course, as people